Hi, my name's Konstantinos Mihail Damiano, and this is
Christopher Congreve.
Costas to you.
Hello.
I can't believe it.
What?
This is our 19th show.
Is it? That's fled, isn't it? Time flies when you're having fun.
It's great.
Which is more than you can say for our audience. Yeah, we had a little bit of a different competition last week.
People like that.
Yeah, I think so. We had a lot of responses. So the clue was Mickey
Spider.
Spider, yeah, Mickey Spider. And the answer was
Michael Webber.
Michael Webber. Okay, so well done everybody who got that right. There was quite a few correct answers. So we're going to go for the winner this week.
And we'll have another one similar this week.
We have got another one similar.
Yeah, so we do the competition for another week or so. See, here you go. That's it. Tom Chesser.
Well done, Tom.
Another new winner.
Yeah, get in touch, Tom, and we'll be sending you some goodies.
Last week's winner still hasn't contacted us.
Okay, who was it again?
I can't remember. You'll have to watch the previous show.
Oh, well, if you won, you need to contact us and give us your address.
I've got it written down.
Okay, so we're going to do the same again. We've got a cryptic clue for a famous magician, and the cryptic clue is Die Rocks. Okay, Die Rocks. So who could be Die Rock or Die Rocks?
This is a good one.
It is a good one. It is a good one. It's quite obvious if you think about it. Okay, so let's see who's got their thinking caps on. Right, so this week on the show we got
two new products. One is impression by Jason Yu with Sans Minds.
Yes, and we have Card Cage by Atto presents Hideki Tani. Okay, Hideki Tani. So that's the reviews this week, and the blast from the past.
It's another Jay Sankey product.
It's the best of Sankey's card magic. Okay, so that's it. On with the show.
The first one over this week is Impression by Jason Yu. Let's watch the trailer and we'll be back to discuss it.
A blank signed card turns into any card. An unexplainable phenomenon using your spectator's borrowed phone. No special apps or any crazy technology involved, just pure magic.
Oh my god.
If you don't believe me, see it for yourself.
Would you mind doing me a big favor? Take this, it's a blank card. Sign your name really big all the way across the face of the card. Oh, that's beautiful. What is it? It's Chris. Can I just borrow your cell phone and take a photo of you guys? Yeah. Is it cool? You guys can see this, all right? So 3, 2, 1, smile. That's so good a photo. Look at this. What do you think about this photo? Can you see yourself? Can you still see your signature? Yeah. That's awesome. Do me a big favor. Touch any card you like. Just touch one. This one. All right. I turn my head back so I make sure I won't see anything. All right. Show everyone the card. Okay. Okay. Make sure everyone see this because I gotta borrow your hand in a second. You guys all can see the card, yes? Yeah. So that's all. I'm gonna place your cell phone on the top and just put one finger on top. That's beautiful. Watch my shadow.
No!
Watch.
No.
Which card did you pick? The 4 what? Diamonds?
4 diamonds.
Check this out, watch. It's gone. Where'd they go? It must go somewhere. Have a look at the photo we just took.
No way. Oh my god. What? What the f?
That is really weird, isn't it? But was that in there before?
No, it was just a blank card.
Oh, that's that wasn't there. It's not there. Whoa, wait. You thought the card is over there. Look at the photo we just took.
So that was Impression by Sans Minds and Jason Yu. We didn't do a performance because although it's not difficult to do, it does take a little bit of rehearsal time and
a bit more practice than we had.
Although having said that, I did set up the gimmick and do a quick performance to you off camera, and it's nice, isn't it?
It's deceptive. The first time, even though I knew what the method was when he performed it, it was great.
Well, you kind of had half an idea. You'd seen the gimmicks before, hadn't you? So, right. So a few things about this product then. Really, it's not an app or anything like that. No. It's actually so you can use any spectator's phone. So I mean, really, I don't know whether this is something that a performing magician would do. Perhaps, I don't know. I probably wouldn't, but for the more casual performer. You know, or the younger performers uses a smartphone. It uses something that people are familiar with.
I think,
really cool.
Yeah, I think it's more suited for the more casual performance.
I think so. I think so. And I mean, it's really clever.
If you're out with your friends and you perform this,
it's
ideal.
It's really cool.
It's great.
You know, you're giving them an impossible souvenir as well. You need to give away a double blank card each time that you do this. Okay, so you know you need to get yourself. You do get some to get you started.
Yeah.
You get about 7 or 8. So
it's something that's available. You know, the only thing you do need to get is double blank cards.
You get everything else, and you get 2 gimmicks, so you can repeat the trick if you wish. The only thing I would say about this is you do need to manage your audience quite well. Okay, but having said that, I thought when I first watched the DVD, I thought this might be quite difficult.
Yeah, and we thought the method was slightly different to what it actually was.
That's right, yeah. But when I did it to you, I realised it's not that difficult to manage it really. All you need to do is you get your spectator who's holding the phone to stand in front of everyone else. I hope I'm not giving too much away there, but it's a really workable method and it's a nice routine, I think.
No, backtrack a bit. The reason I believe it's not one of these things you would use a walk around gig is just the way you operate and use this effect. You want something quick and surefire, don't you?
Yes.
You don't want to just.
I think so, and also it's there's angles issues if you're completely surrounded by people, so you need to pick your time and stuff. But having said that, it's something that you can easily add to a pack and go right into. Okay, so basically, I mean, as we always say on this show, if the effect appeals to you, the method is really good, and I think you're going to enjoy it.
It's very deceptive, and it's something that we might use.
There's a time, certainly a time and a place for it.
And I think it's one of Sans Mind's latest good ones.
Yes, I've enjoyed their last couple of releases. I have to say they've been pretty good. So yeah, keep up the good work, and I hope you enjoy it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
Card Cage by Atto. I really like this.
We need to see the trailer first.
No, but I want to talk about it first. No, let's watch the trailer and we get back to that.
So that was Card Cage by Atto. Go on, what did you think? You've already given us a little bit of an insight.
I think it's really good. It fooled me the first time you showed it to me. I thought the gimmick was completely different to what it actually is.
The gimmick, let's do this up here so you can actually see what happens. The gimmick, basically, you can use it to vanish a card, okay, and then very cleanly show that the card's vanished from in between. And it's also, on the DVD, it's got the best use for a tie clip that I've ever seen. It loads a signed card in a tie clip, which I thought was really quite novel, you know. It's very low tech, which is a good thing. It means it's not going to break. You know, it's quite good. It's very visual. It's a little bit knacky, but I think you would probably, you know, after a few goes, you'd be able to do that quite easily. To be honest,
you know, for 19.99, you're getting something that does a really good job. You know, if you like that, if you like the visualness of the disappearance of the card,
yeah.
You've got a winner here. It's actually really good.
It's definitely very clever. I mean, my only slight misgiving is these cards don't actually look like anything you've ever seen before. But having said that, you know,
well, I suppose it's supposed to mimik like a prison of some sort. A cage.
The problem with some of these well, it's not a problem, but because this is it's a Japanese magician and stuff, it's basically, there's no presentation or any presentational ideas. It's just very to the point and visual. Although having said that, he does use it for a quick production of a sandwich routine first of a freely selected card. So yeah, if you like again, I'll keep saying this, but if you do like the look of it, the props are really well made. It's not going to break. It's a good thing, and the effect, you know, the visuals are really cool.
Yeah, the visualness of the disappearance of the card is fantastic. It's very visual. And I had to take a step back when I first saw it because it was really impressive.
It gives you a couple of ideas of how to produce the card as well, but obviously, you know, anyone with a bit of experience in magic, it leaves the card in a place that's easy to produce from somewhere else. Shall we say that? It's on the top. Okay. Yeah, that's Card Case by Atto. So, question and answer time. This week, the question was, what magic trick do you always have on you? Okay. Got some great responses, loads of answers, a lot of stuff that fits into your wallet. So if you're interested in buying routines that fit in your wallet and you can do it at a moment's notice, now's the time to get your pen and paper and listen to some really great suggestions. Okay, but before we do, Costas, what do you always have with you?
I always carry Fair Play.
Fair Play, yeah, quite a new routine, Steve Haynes.
Actually, this is my second Fair Play. I've won the first one out by performing it so many times.
He didn't wear it out by performing it, he dropped it and smashed it to bits, that's what happened.
No, actually, I've got it protected this time with a plastic sleeve. No, I carry Fair Play with me everywhere I go. It's on my keys. Yeah. And I very rarely perform, but carrying this around with me,
you can always do something.
I seem to be performing much more often.
Okay. I have a couple of things. One is, I've got my own effect called Free Phone, which is basically it's kind of like Fair Play. I published it on a DVD, and basically just using my mobile phone. Okay, so I've always got that set up ready to go, and also I published a diary routine, the No Diary, and I always have that set up in my wallet as well. So that's a couple of things that I have on my person. So let's have a look at some of the replies from you guys. Do you want to read a few of these out, mate?
Yeah, Ken Fowler.
Kane Fowler.
Stand Up Monty by Garrett Thomas.
He's always in his wallet. Okay.
You got Jamie Adams, 3 regular cards for a Monty routine.
Yeah, cool. Extreme Burn by Craig Frith. Extreme Burn. Now that's a really, I mean, that's a classic. Yeah. Classic. Yeah. Anybody, if you haven't seen Extreme Burn, if you could do magic, right? If you could really do magic, that's what you do, wouldn't you? You take a piece of paper and turn it into a piece of money. Saying
that, I've just had an Extreme Burn made up.
Yeah.
From a lottery ticket to £10 notes.
Yeah.
So I'll be putting that in my wallet.
Now this routine came up a lot. Okay. Lee Smith was the first one to post it. So and interestingly, Lee, or it's not Lee's routine, but he has made it popular with a lot of UK magicians because he's a big advocate for it, and he's posted clips on there. And it's the 5-and-1 transpo. Now I'm not sure if it is his, but it's taught by Jay Noblezada. on a money DVD. I'm not sure if it is Jay's or not. I'm not 100% sure, but that's a really cool routine. If you haven't seen it, that's worth checking out. And it basically just uses a gimmick that you can make yourself with a banknote to make it in sort of 5 minutes. So Keith Atkinson, again, Extreme Burn. Now the other one that keeps coming back up is Powerball 60. You ever done that?
I played with it when it was first released, but I haven't really done much with it.
I bought one and it's great and I really like it and stuff. But the lottery cards became really scruffy looking and stuff after a little while. But that comes up a lot and that is a really cool thing. Phil Shaw, who's a friend to the show, Phil Shaw's got a really nice idea with Powerball 60. So if you ever bump into Phil at a convention or anything, ask him about that and tell him I sent you. Okay, he might share it.
Actually, he's got a response here, and he uses Sublime Influence by Michael Murray.
Yeah,
that's really good.
I haven't seen that. Is that?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Okay, Andy Brocklehurst. He says his everyday wallet is a 4-seam wallet and also contains Lotto Square.
That's another thing that came up often is people using gimmick wallets because they've got a wallet that everyday wallet plus.
This is Harry Robson's new wallet, but
that's a Blackpool release.
For it's a bit of a sneaky look at that, mate. Look, money.
You got money? Where'd you get that from?
I pinched it off you earlier. Yeah, people using gimmick wallets. There's a few people mentioned. In fact, Phil Shaw here uses a Stealth Assassin wallet as his everyday wallet. Christian Stania, he uses the Super Slim Hip Pocket Mullica for his everyday wallet, and he also says he carries around Turbo Stick at the moment. Do you ever use that Turbo Stick?
No, I haven't, but it seems to be, for some reason this week we had Turbo Stick mentioned by a few people here. Gaza was speaking about it to us yesterday.
Paul Gascoigne was in yesterday.
Yeah.
I never saw him.
You mentioned it last week.
I use Turbo Stick when I'm performing.
But no, I've never really played with it.
Yeah, no, it's good. Grand Mainman, 5-1 Transpo, Powerball 60, Grey Elephant in Denmark. We've had a few people, Darren Rotherham and others, saying that, and John Carey, they always carry around a pack of cards. Rob Newson, he's got a gimmick wallet again, this is his everyday wallet, and he's got Colossal Killer set up. Colossal Killer, what a great routine.
That's fantastic.
I've got the original manuscript for that at home. I paid about 20 quid for it, 20 years ago, and it's gone on and spawned all these sort of variations and stuff. But really, the original is just still is awesome, isn't it?
No, you can't beat it. You know, Kenton Napa, he's a pure genius.
Pure genius.
Pure genius.
Okay, Jack Bryce, Powerball 60. Oh no, sorry, he's asking about Powerball 60. Sorry, 5-1 Transpo. What else have we got? James Fortune, hi Dad. Powerball 60, and he uses the Bill Abbott routine, okay, which is the Powerball 60 thing. Damien Sir, he says he carries business cards for Card Now. He never uses Card Now, does he, Damien? Do you reckon Damien created Card Now? If you haven't seen it, it's fantastic. Worth checking out. Have you seen it when you print your business card off?
Don showed it to me. He actually used it all the time.
Yeah, it's great.
It's fantastic. Last night.
It's a great thing. It was Damien's the guy who created it. Powerball 60 again, Damien's Steve Johnson. Now I'm not sure we can share this with you because this is like giving away the real secrets. This is the real deal, isn't it?
Oh no.
Yeah. In fact, it goes on to say
I need to learn that.
I carry nothing else. Instant reset, and it secured many bookings for him. And he does this trick. That's amazing. Well done, Steve.
You know, I can never do that. I can never do it.
I bet you can work it out from this angle.
No, seriously, I can't. I don't know how it works. I can never do it. I saw someone do it when I was a kid, and I can never do it.
Oh dear. I'll teach you, and then he'll have it as an instant download next week.
No, $4.99 instant download.
Jane Corrigan
with additional handlings.
Jane Corrigan, Powerball 60. So that's come up quite a lot. Have we got any more before we move on? Gary Williams, I rarely, if ever, go out with a pack of cards, and we've got Michael J, professionally a pocket handkerchief, can get dozens of uses out of a single prop.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I'd love to know what dozens of uses you can get out of a handkerchief other than blowing your nose. That's all I've ever found for it.
I felt elastic bands, Ricky Mark.
Rubber bands, something that, yeah. I mean, I don't know about you, right? It's a pet hate of mine. He's seen people with rubber bands around the wrists. Plus it pinches the hairs on your arm and stuff. I really can't stand it.
I've never understood it, to be honest. I've never understood. It just, to me, looks...
Well, you see people... Well, no, it does though, doesn't it? You see people, you see like professional magicians go out, they've got a really nice suit on, look dead smart.
And then they've got rubber bands.
A Rolex on one wrist and some rubber bands on the other. It's like,
and you look at the rubber bands and they look dirty.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Justin Miller, Falsify and a pack of cards. Falsify, have you seen that actually?
No, I don't know what's that.
It's a bill change routine, actually. It looks really cool.
Whose is it?
His.
Oh, is it his?
Yeah,
no,
it looks really
I could have lied, yeah, I saw it, it's wicked.
It's amazing. It does look good. I hadn't heard of it until I read this and I checked it out and stuff.
Now that we've got a decent internet connection, we can have a look at it.
So I think that's Chris Kavanagh, Extortion by Patrick Cunn, and some loops. I'm surprised more people didn't mention loops actually, because they, you know, if you can use those well, it looks like real magic, doesn't it?
I don't know if loops are as popular as they used to be. I know they were a big craze at one stage.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I can't. I've never been able to get on with them, to be honest. I'm too ham-fisted. I bought some when they first came out and I snapped about 4 in 5
My problem is I'm too hairy, so they tangle in my hairs.
Yeah.
And then they snap.
Yeah, really hairy. Okay, so I think that's all of the answers there, pretty much.
We got quite a few.
Quite a few. So thank you very much for taking part. The question for next week. Which one are we going to go with?
That's a good question. We had quite a few this week.
It's a good question. That's
a good question. I'll choose one.
Okay. The question for next week is then what
let's choose the other one.
I think she's funny. The question is, what do you think of today's TV magicians? Okay. What do you think of today's TV magicians? And really, I guess what we're asking is...
Try and keep it civil.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of... you know, stooging and CGI and things like this going on, apparently, allegedly, alright? So, all I'm going to say, I'm not going to say anything other than, what do you think of today's TV magicians? Alright, so if you took part in the Q&A this week, thank you so much, and hopefully hear from you next week. Thank you.
This week's Blast from the Past is Sankey's Best of Card Magic. We're going to show you the official trailer first, then we're going to come back and Chris is going to perform one of the effects of the DVD to me, and then we'll discuss the effect and the rest of the DVD.
Yep. Costas, I'm not going to get you to choose a card this way. We're going to do a little bit of mentalism.
Okay.
Alright? So basically what I'm going to use the Joker here, and I'm going to write a prediction on the back of that Joker. Okay. So here we go. Yeah. Right. Fantastic. Okay, so what I want you to do for me, mate, is these are all different, all mixed up, by the way. I'll show the camera. I just want you to touch any card.
That one there.
The Jack of Hearts. Now, I'm going to give you a chance. Do you want to change your mind?
No.
Or do you want to stick with the Jack of Hearts? Okay, cool. Now, we didn't set this up, right, and this really is a genuine free choice. I can touch any card. And well, believe it or not, my prediction is the Jack of Hearts. So that's a little mentalism, a little bit of mentalism there for you. We're going to try a little bit of magic now as well. Can you hold your hands out for me? Fantastic. So if I take the Joker here, right, with the Jack of Hearts there, and if we just wait a couple of seconds to do this, this is when it turns into a magic trick, because the Joker changes into your thought of card, the Jack of Hearts. Thank you. Right then, that is called the Blackpool effect, and that is just one of 20 routines on that DVD.
That is really commercial, that is.
I have used this in my paid work in Strolling pre-dinner, and it really is.
But in fact, that trick, even though it's one out of the 20 effects on this DVD, it's much better than a lot of the standalone magic tricks that are coming out lately.
I mean, Jay Sankey, he gets a lot of stick, some of it unfairly, for some of his releases and stuff. And some, really, if you think about it, some of the best, most commercial magic over the last sort of 15, 20 years has been put out by Jay. Not everything. You're going to have some hits and some misses, aren't you? You know. But when we were talking about your favourite tricks, you know, in an earlier show, loads of people said holy moly. Always carry holy moly with them.
Yeah.
You know? Don who over there waving. Don, say hello, Don.
Hello.
Don uses Holy Moly all the time.
He's showing it to us.
Oh, he's showing it to us. He's got it out. Put it away, Don, you dirty beast.
Gaza, that was here yesterday.
Yeah, Paul Gascoigne, who was in yesterday. Holy Moly. So, 20 tricks. There's 20 routines on this DVD, and all of them are really, really good. Some better than others, obviously.
I think
to my taste.
Out of the 20, I'll be surprised if you don't find 6 of them that you would say, I'm going to go and try this out.
Well, absolutely. I mean, the Blackpool effect. Like I say, I've seen it a long time ago, and I've been using it for a few years and stuff, off and on. And for me, that and this is a bit of a cliche, isn't it? But for me, that trick is worth the price of the DVD. I really think so.
I think that the problem with this particular DVD, it's not new, and a lot of people don't realise it's actually out there, and they see the cost of a DVD. I think this retails for £28.
Yeah, it's quite expensive. Yeah.
So you'll think, well, why should I pay £28 when I can buy a DVD for £5 less? So that they will look at the trailer and they won't realise there's a trick on there as strong as this.
Absolutely.
So it will pass everyone.
Yeah.
And I saw this trick quite a few years ago, but I've never put it into practice because it wasn't. I looked at it and I thought, okay, big deal. Until you actually perform this to me, I realised how commercial that effect really is.
Oh, absolutely. It does get a great reaction.
I would say it's better than most stuff on the bookshelf or on these shelves, because a lot of that stuff, you buy it, you play with it. It's not commercial. That is commercial.
You would use it. You would use that. I mean, you would use that. It's a one trick deck.
Yeah.
Which is, it's one of those things, isn't it? But as far as the audience is concerned, it's an absolute miracle. I think.
And the great thing is, it is a free choice.
Well,
they can choose any of the 52 cards.
And if you don't like the second phase of the card turning into the thought of card, you can just do it as a prediction, like a straight mentalism routine. They touch any card, and you show that and you can just leave it there if you wish. So for me,
and it's not difficult to do.
No,
it's not difficult.
No,
there is 2 moves.
2 moves.
But
and if you just do the first phase, there's just 1 move.
Yeah.
And it's done under sort of quite heavy misdirection anyway. Okay. So, but
it's great. I really like it.
So I would definitely recommend it. That's the best of Jay Sankey card magic.
So what have we been doing this week?
What have we been doing this week?
I want to say we have finally got a decent internet connection. I can't stop talking about it.
Yay!
No, we used to. Anything that we watched online, we had to wait half an hour for it to load up before we could watch it.
True, that is true.
Now we've got an internet connection that's literally 35 times faster than our previous one, so it'll make us
very excited,
more productive. There's loads of things we can now do that we couldn't before, regarding video stuff and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So
spam filters have been fixed.
Oh, hopefully, yeah. We ought to throw that out there. If you've been trying to get hold of us and we've been slow in replying, or we haven't replied, really sincere apologies.
It's been a nightmare, and we apologise for any.
Yeah, we've had a lot of issues with the spam filters and stuff. So emails haven't been getting through to us, or if they have got through to us, they're in the middle of a great big block of spam.
And some of them got deleted and all that kind of stuff. So
if you have been trying to get through to us and you haven't had a response, apologies there. Hopefully that has now been resolved. And working hard towards Blackpool, mate.
We are actually quite surprised.
Don't say it.
We are nearly there.
You said it.
We've got all the components. We've nearly put everything together. The only thing I need to do is edit 6 DVDs.
Yep. Get to it. You got your fast broadband. Go on.
I'll have to do that at home because I've got no time here. Yeah, we've got to edit 6 DVDs. We've got 6 new products being released for Blackpool. 6. I think it's 6.
I thought it was 5, but still, that's a few.
No, I think it's...
Okay. So, yeah.
Or 5.
So stop if you go to Blackpool, stop by the stand and come and see what we've got in store for you. There's some really commercial stuff, actually. I think you're going to like most of it. No, you're going to love all of it, really. I'm just kidding.
Maybe 1 out of the 5. No, this year we have got some really good crackers. We got I'm really liking Will Gray's trick.
Thanks, mate.
No. I do like, well, your dice trick I think is going to be fantastic. Your horoscope trick is great. We might show one of the tricks on the next show, maybe 2 of them. Yeah,
Will's cup and ball trick as well is cool. Said too much already. He's really cool, so keep an eye out for that as well. And yeah, if you go to Blackpool, stop by the stand, come and say hi, get Costas to sign an autograph for you.
And I'll tell you what we do.
He's a rock
Whoever
star.
comes to the stand at Blackpool, and we mentioned this. Funny enough, it was Vanessa. She suggested after seeing Andy Nichols' video after last week's car boot sale. Whoever comes to the stand wearing an orange or green hat plus a superhero t-shirt will get a prize.
Cool.
And we have to take a picture of it. So you've got to come to the stand wearing either an orange or green hat to represent me, and a superhero t-shirt to represent Chris Congreve.
Yeah.
You will get a prize.
Fantastic. So last thing then, really, the clue. Famous magician, Die Rocks. Okay, so if you can work out who Die Rocks is, comment on Facebook or on YouTube and there's a prize in it for you. That's it. Thank you very much. Have a great week.